ones also make the headlines. I say small because what is bigger than the Super Falcons coming from 2 goals down to win by 3 goals to 2 in the final? It was Mission X. We're not too sure about that. We're a bit doubtful about performance in the group stage, but things got better and better and better as the tournament progressed. So it was just weekend where you just say, wow. Just watching that game on Saturday with my mom, and when it was 2-0, both of us just walked away briefly, and then we walked back, and then 2-1, and then 2-2, and then 3-2, and then you thought the Moroccans had a penalty where you were saying, okay, maybe it is or maybe it's not, and then the Namibian ref will say, we'll have to go check the VAR, and then they checked the VAR, and then VAR said that can't stand. There must be something in that. So I'm planning to talk to Mary later in the day, the media officer of the Super Falcons. I had a chat with her just last week, myself and Sammy's, and I said something to her when we were wrapping up that chat, like, he that began a good work. So hopefully she will join. The girls should be in Abuja later this afternoon to see Mr. President, and I'll find a way to drag Mary out of that celebration to speak to us on the show. Just find a way, because these things can be tough. Is the media officer of the Super Falcons, so putting things in place might be a little bit tough for her, but we'll see how we can navigate it, try to pull her out of all of that, and talk to me on the show when we come in the afternoon and get some of the reaction, what happened, real time. If not get her today, I'll find a way this week to get her right here to come talk to us about the feeling, because our message on Saturday night was when it was 2 down and when it was 3-2, she was not even herself again. I understand all of that. So, hey, forget about me just going to all those details. It's just the mood. Okay, so Super Falcons are champions. Mission X accomplished. Mission Go Win 10, Mission La Decima, Mission 10. All is 10 in 10, 10 over 10. To think that I was born on the 10th of October, 10-10, make it even perfect this morning. Okay, so what else again? The Tigers, they were also good in the opening game. This is Afrobasket took the opponent apart, tore them on Saturday to say to them, we're defending champion and we're here to do more. Now, talking about defending champion, they get a game coming up later this afternoon, 4 against Mozambique. Mozambique won that game yesterday, and so today the Super Falcons, the Tigers, Super Falcons again. The Tigers will play their second game, and they'll be hoping for a win and then secure a place in those crucial stage of this year's Afrobasket for women. For the men also, players are in camp preparing for that. Let's talk about Super Falcons one more time. The head coach of the side, Austin Madugu, let me allow you to take a listen to him. We spoke about something here on Saturday, myself, Dolakpo, and Blessing, about some of the antics, some of the shenanigans, some of the mind games that the Moroccans will play. In fact, the fans also, they also have a way of keening. And when you thought that some of these things are things that CAF should handle, they never did. That issue concerning Laser. And I saw some of the Super Falcons get said, we don't pass that level. Or that one, no, they walk again. The Laser was on their eyes. And you begin to say, what's going on here? When Esther wanted to take the penalty kick, they pointed those stuffs at her. But she was never bothered. She took it calmly. Take a listen to Austin Madugu, the head coach of the Super Falcons. When we come back, something from the Charnegos. Be getting this report from Samuel Areo, who has been covering the Charnegos preparation in Ikene, and the boys right now as we speak are in Zanzibar. But first, the Super Falcons.
Hello, Coach. Good evening. Once again, congratulations. Victor from Nigeria. And Coach, during the game, especially during the first half, some pictures are trending online of lasers on the eyes of some of the players. We went to the dressing room. I don't know if the players have complaints about this, and it had an effect on the game. Now, I'm asking this question because Morocco hosts the next WAFCON in 2026, which is an important World Cup qualifiers. Do you have any recommendations to CAF regarding this issue, and what can be done about it? Thank you, sir.
Thank you. In fact, the lasers were not applied on the players, even myself. Yes. Even I think they kept pointing those lasers at me, but like I said earlier, we had prepared for all these situations and we knew they would happen. In fact, today is even less than in the last edition. It's less than in the last edition. So we knew it was going to happen, and the players were ready for it. It didn't have any effect on them. You could see, even when the lasers were coming, nobody bothered about that. We kept going and then we remained focused on the game. So I don't know if it is proper that this type of situation should always continue, because I think I don't think it is proper. So
All right, so they're having Austin Madugu there just reacting to that question concerning the laser. Okay, so let's stay with home and go nowhere from home. Talk about the Chan Eagles. The Chan Eagles captain Junior Maduka is speaking ahead of the game today in Zanzibar. They'll be playing a friendly game against the Zanzibar national team ahead of their games for this year's Chan, of course, which will be hosted by Tanzania, Uganda, Kenya. And some of those games also, Zanzibar and Tanzania had, they have this stuff about seeing Tanzania and Zanzibar. So take a listen to Junior Nduka, the captain of the Chan Eagles and, of course, the captain of Remo Stars.
It was a very great welcome, an amazing welcome from the people of Zanzibar. And I must confess, they are very good people. And about our preparation moving forward, we are still preparing because we still have a week into the tournament. And this game is one of the games we play just to make sure we know our strength and our weaknesses. The team we're going to play tomorrow, which is Zanzibar. No one is talking about them for now because we don't know any information about them for now. And that's how it is in camp.
So okay, so Junior Nduka there still trying to find out who Zanzibar is. How do they go about? Okay, Zanzibar, you say where are they? But Chan Eagles, over to you. So I got this message yesterday from a colleague, and it was saying it can be a year that we can win everything on the continent. Okay, so he said that Super Falcons have won the African Cup of Nations. Chan Eagles go win the Chan tournament, and then the Super Eagles can wrap up the year in December by winning AFCON. That is possible, right? And that will bring so much joy to Nigerians. So Super Falcons have done their part. Usually they do. So the men is over to you. The women have done their part. So Chan Eagles, go win Chan. You never won Chan before. Super Eagles, you were in the final, just the last edition. Go this time to the final and win 3. That's possible. That's 10 over 10. Okay. Let's stay with some stuff back on the continent. So earlier I talked about the AfroBasket going on. Let me just give you a result of games yesterday. Guinea lost to Uganda 88-51. Egypt also won their game against Angola 70-50. That's a surprise to me. Egypt beating Angola. Rwanda lost to Mozambique, and that means Rwanda have lost the 2 games. Lost to the Tigers on Saturday, and this time yesterday they lost to Mozambique 72-55. While South Sudan lost the second game to Cameroon 63-70. Later today there will be games, and like I said, let me just give you a list of the games going down. Mozambique will be up against the Tigers, defending champion. That will be for 4. But before that, Uganda will play against Senegal, Angola against Ivory Coast, Cameroon will play against Mali. Let's head straight to London. The BBC Premier League updates. We take their beats when we come back. Oscar Piastri cruise in Brussels over the weekend in terms of Formula 1. There were plenty of friendly games played over the weekend. Saw Arsenal, saw the summer series in the US where Manchester United, Bournemouth, West Ham and Everton are involved. And then transfer news, Luis Diaz is now a Bavarian, left Liverpool Football Club the last few hours. Medical should happen sometimes today, tomorrow, unveiled as a Bayern player. All of these we'll see. The BBC will help us with that. The BBC, your turn.
BBC Premier League update from the home of Premier League football.
Hello, I'm Dean Wilson at the BBC Sports Centre. Arsenal's latest signing, Victor Gyokeres, was unveiled to fans ahead of their pre-season friendly with Newcastle in Singapore. The 27-year-old arrived straight from the airport and walked out onto the pitch wearing his new number 14 shirt. And after winning the game 3-2, Arsenal boss Mikel Arteta spoke about his new striker.
We are super happy to have Victor obviously with us. Yeah, it's been a long journey to get him over here. He's been incredible because he's very clear from the beginning where he wanted to play and how passionate I felt him from day one when we first spoke. And yeah, when you can see the boys, you can see the environment as well. Very excited with his arrival.
The Magpies were operating without their star striker, with Alexander Isak remaining at home while he explores his options for a potential move. Manager Eddie Howe explained how his team are coping without Isak on tour in Asia.
Business as usual for the players. You know, you don't get a chance when you come onto these tours to think of anything other than training the next game. The level's so high that even in these games, we have to be very well prepared. We have to try and be at our best. So naturally, I think we're going to miss a player of Alex's quality, and the group are going to feel that. There's no denying that, and I can't sit here and claim that they won't. But they're a very professional group of players, and they're doing brilliant as far as I can see in terms of managing the situation.
Bayern Munich have agreed a deal to sign Luis Diaz from Liverpool after an improved offer saw the Reds accept an $88 million bid from the German club. The Premier League champions have given permission for the Colombia forward to travel to Europe for a medical in the coming days. And for more football news from the BBC, go to bbc.com/football.
BBC Premier League update from the home of Premier League football.
Oh, thank you so much, Dean Wilson, for that. So you had Dean Wilson, took us to Singapore. Arsenal beat Newcastle by 3-2. And of course, before that, it was Victor Gyökeres. You heard from him, walked straight from the airport, drove down to the stadium, catch up with the fans, unveiled jersey number 14, come with his own kind of pressure. All right, so for Luis Diaz, Bayern and Liverpool agree a deal. Now we begin to talk about two key players in this window. One is Swede, the other one is Slovenian. Now the Swede is Alexander Isak. Will he make that move from the Magpies to Anfield? Wait to see what Newcastle will put on the table, but trust that in the next few hours Liverpool will put something on the table and wait to see if Newcastle will reject or not. So still staying with Liverpool, Livramento also might be on his way out of Newcastle to Manchester City. It also depends on what City puts on the table for the young England international. Now, still staying with about what is probably going to transfer, Johan Visa also is saying, I want to move away from his present club side, Brentford. He wants to go join Newcastle. So we wait to see all of this drama playing out. When players are refusing to play for that team, Victor Gyökeres says he's not going back. Isak says he's not going back to Newcastle. Johan Visa also says he's not going back. So all of these players are just turning down position just because they want that big move. You begin to get a picture of what the Premier League will look like this season. Crazy, you want to say, because with this exodus and movements of players from one end to the other end, you just wait. You never can tell. All right, for Benjamin Sesko also, Newcastle are also trying to tie up that one up and see if they can get the Slovenian join them in the coming days. They've been playing without one, maybe they have Osula, but we don't have Callum Wilson, who's left to join West Ham, and of course the Swede international. You begin to say who's going to be that big signing for them. Maybe the man from Raising Ball Sport Leipzig might just be the man. That's the much I can take this morning, but we're not done yet on this dive because we still got more interesting lined up for you to educate and inform you, and of course to bring smiles to your face the way we love to do those things. We'll be back again for 3:30. That will be Scoreboard Reloaded. Before that, coming up on the hour will be Baba Vendor. I am Peter Omo.